Good morning and welcome to the Meet Your Future campaign. My name's Diane and I'm part of the Education, Work and Skills team at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. I'm also joined by my colleague Sophie, who's behind the scenes as my co-host, making sure that everything runs smoothly. For those of you who have joined us before, you might be aware that Meet Your Future was launched in April 2019 by Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, to enable more young people like you to meet and connect with different businesses and employers to explore lots of different roles and careers. This week is National Careers Week and our theme for the week is careers in the public sector. Did you know that the public sector employs 5.7 million people across the country? From our hospitals to transport, to national government to local government, it is the industry that really keeps things moving. Have you ever thought about a career within the NHS, for example, or working in politics? These are careers within the public sector, and our Meet Your Future live sessions this week have and will introduce you to jobs and careers that you will have heard of, and lots of jobs and careers that will be new to you. Could one of these be your future career? So in today's session, you're going to hear from Leon, the Youth Development Manager from the NHS. Hopefully this session will inform you, inspire you and highlight why you can be hopeful and optimistic about your future career in Greater Manchester. Please make use of the question box for any questions or thoughts that you might have throughout the session. You'll see this on the right hand side of the screen and my co-host Sophie will be publishing any questions that come through. Please ask your teacher to put any questions you have in this box. Don't be shy, we'll try to cover as many as we can in the Q&A section at the end. If you'd like to use captions or subtitles during the event, please select Caption Subtitles on your video controls. So now I'm going to hand over to Leon from the NHS. So thanks, Leon. I'm going to hand over to you.
Thanks, Diane. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this fantastic session this morning. And it's a real pleasure to be with you. Yes, I'm representing the NHS as I work for the NHS, which is part of Health Education England, which is an arm's length body of the NHS. And then I'm also going to talk to you about social care today as well. It's a whistle stop tour. So in relation to that, if you need anything, my email address is there. So if I don't manage to answer all the questions today, please get in touch via that email, and there's plenty of other opportunities throughout the next 14 minutes to look at the variety of links and contacts that I will provide you. Next slide, please. So within the NHS, to look at that first and foremost, what we're talking about across England and as a small country, if you like, within the NHS, we have over 1,000 organisations, and each of these organisations operate on a solely basis where they will recruit for themselves in relation to, depending on whether it's non-clinical or clinical careers. And from that perspective, what we have is a national website where you're able to access a vast amount of information that we obviously look at around 350 plus different careers. And then inside that, there are all a variety of different specialism careers as well. So there's a lot more careers than 350. And from that perspective, we'll talk through a number of the different sort of general, clinical and non-clinical careers today. Next slide, please. The NHS and social care, we all work on the basis of being a values-based recruiter. So whilst qualifications are extremely important, we also want to look at the values, behaviours and attitudes of each and every person that works in health and care. And the NHS Constitution makes up a very, very important part of everything we do in health and social care, because they underpin how we behave, how we act, and how we work together to create the best patient care we can in England. And within these values, it's also very important for you as students, teachers, parents, carers and guardians to understand that these values are extremely important within application forms, whether you're looking at university in terms of your UCAS form or an apprenticeship or possible T-level. Any sort of route way that we'll discuss shortly, these values are extremely important to look at and how you actually marry up against these in terms of everybody counting, improving lives, commitment to quality of care. And you may be thinking at 14, 15, 16, how can I answer that? But then you look at the variety of things that you do in school and colleges around teamwork, assignments, different sports clubs or hobbies and interests, and you can convert that into application forms that the recruiter is looking for alongside your qualifications. Next slide, please. So within the NHS, as I've highlighted, there's over 350 different careers. And what we want to present to you is that we're not just about doctors and nurses. We have a variety of roles for everybody in the NHS. And there's from electricians to plumbers to gardeners to window cleaners to security to finance to accounts to all types of different roles. We have access to that within Greater Manchester and of course the Northwest. Each and every one of these organisations will have a vast array of these roles available on a week by week basis. And through the Health Careers website, you would be able to access and have a look at the variety of roles. So as I say, the link is there in terms of healthcareers.nhs.uk. I really welcome you to go and have a look at that website and explore the variety of careers available to you. Next slide, please. Routes in. So as I say, we're maybe well talking to individuals in schools today and colleges. So we have a vast array of routes in for everybody. We have also opportunities. You don't necessarily need a degree to work in the NHS, but obviously English and maths are extremely important. And then everything else in relation from those foundation subjects are really sort of beneficial in whatever role you are looking at. We have a vast array of T levels available, so look at your local colleges for the T levels that's available. We have obviously employability programs, and then we also obviously a core aspect of a lot of the work that we do are apprenticeships across Greater Manchester and the Northwest, and looking at the variety of apprenticeships available in the NHS and social care. Work experience is a somewhat difficult one currently because obviously we're still in elements of COVID and so forth. So in-person experiences are still difficult to come by. But what we do know from the last couple of years is the variety of online and blended learning opportunities that you can put and attend really count towards your application forms. So whilst you may not be able to get in-person experiences, there are plenty of opportunities, not just in health and social care, but a variety of other sectors as well. So we can help you to look at that and build up your application forms. Next slide, please. Within the Health Careers website, it breaks it down into obviously these 14 arenas in terms of the vast array of careers that are available to you. We also, as I say, from our Creating Careers a Step Ahead programme, which covers for any school or college in the Northwest, an opportunity for you to explore each and every one of these main headings, but all the different careers that are features below that. And from that perspective, then you'll be able to have a look at the actual jobs, the job specifications, the job descriptions, what type of salary is available for that job, and then what sort of academic requirements you need for each of these. Next slide, please. How can there be so many? So as I've highlighted, within these thousands of organisations that we have a variety of different supply chain organisations that work within the NHS, and there's a variety of different roles that we can present to you and help you to look at. Within the Health Careers website, there is a 5-minute quiz that basically talks you through a number of questions, and then once you've answered those questions, it will give you a selection of roles that are suitable to you in health and social care. So you may have one that you've already thought about, but it will also give you suggestions of other careers that are available to you that suit your values, behaviours and attitudes, and possibly your hobbies and interests, which is an extremely important point when you're looking at your future career. Next slide, please. So in terms of, as I've highlighted, you've got that opportunity to go onto the Health Careers website and undertake that quiz, have a look what comes out, and then from there you can really look and delve into that particular career or careers that you're thinking of and what around the entry requirements. If you require more support in the Northwest, we're imploring every single student in the Northwest and especially in Greater Manchester to sign up for our Creating Careers a Step Ahead programme, where it's a blended learning programme that looks at obviously e-learning module for a commitment to care, but also free webinars, free opportunities for insight days, simulation and opportunities that you might not necessarily get through different programs, but also an opportunity to build up a portfolio of evidence. So we can provide you with those links as well. Next slide, please. There is a vast amount of support in Greater Manchester. As you can see, each and every one of our acute trusts, they have various different volunteering programs. They do have work experience programs at different times of the year and opportunities to apply for those. There's also Greater Manchester Mental Health, which we need to include on there, but there is a vast array of support here. And what we can do is send this information to you if you get in touch with us after this. So next slide, please. Okay, so moving into social care. So the NHS can't survive without social care, and social care is an extremely part of our health and care journey because we're all getting older and we all need support as we get older. Next slide, please. So within social care, it is about supporting individuals to live the best life that they can live. And within social care, there's a vast array of careers as there is in the NHS. And you can be a nurse in social care and you can be many things in social care because they need pretty much very similar roles to as what the NHS needs. So from that perspective, we need to all work together and build a workforce that is married up of attitudes, behaviours, and really look at the skill base so that each and every one of us can work in health and care and be the best person that we can be for patients. Next slide, please. Again, the Skills for Care is a very similar website to the Health Careers website, and it gives you an in-depth view into how to work in social care and the variety of roles that are available. Again, we can provide you with the links and opportunity to explore social care. If you want us to come into schools or your college to discuss social care, please get in touch with me and we can obviously facilitate that going forward for your students to talk more about social care. Next slide, please. Throughout this presentation, if you take anything away from today, is really look at the values, behaviours and attitudes that is required to work in health. If you don't care, you won't care. So we want people to really care. So really think about why you want to work in health and social care. And these are the individuals that will make our future workforce fantastic and improve all aspects of patient care for us as we progress in the next 10 years. Next slide, please. The routes in, again, there's a number of links here and we will be able to provide you for that in terms of how to access more information around social care and developing that opportunity to understand how you can achieve what you want to achieve, depending on what your academic status is or your possible route way into a future career in health and social care. Next slide, please. I really want to highlight the importance of opportunities to support you one-to-one or in group environments where we can support your school, college, but mostly yourself on your educational journey towards health and care through our Creating Careers Step Ahead programme. So please feel free to obviously take a scan of this, take a picture, take a screenshot, get in touch with us at the Widening Participation North at he.nhs.uk. And we will get back to you and support you the best we can towards your health and care journey. Next slide, please. Okay, so Diane, do we have any questions? That's spoke that fast. and went
No,
through that presentation so quick.
we do have some questions. It's always it always amazes me the wealth of careers that there are in the NHS. It's just so huge and vast that you can't possibly do every single one because there are just so many sectors. And just a reminder, we are putting these recording on our YouTube channel. So obviously, if you didn't catch that last slide, we will be making that available on the channel. So 2 questions. We're going to go to Moorside High first of all. They've got sent a great question in. Does it help to pick health and social care as a GCSE option to work for the NHS?
Definitely, yes, because that demonstrates to us immediately that you have a commitment to care and that you want to succeed and be part of the health and social care family. So definitely it does help. Alongside that, if there are other subjects and so forth that you want to look at alongside that, that also will help. But predominantly those students that are on that health and care pathway will obviously have a lot more opportunities in health and care environments to gain experiences. So yes, it does.
We've got a second question. I know we can't, medicine is a huge area and we can't look at the application progress in detail, but currently there aren't apprenticeship route into medicine. It is obviously the more traditional A levels. Do you know if there will be an apprenticeship route starting?
There is currently conversations for that to happen. In the next 12 months, there is developments for an apprenticeship towards medicine, yes. But as I say, at the moment, we watch that space. But if they are interested in an apprenticeship in medicine, what we can do, if you do sign up to that Creating Careers Step Ahead website, we can give you bespoke information on the best routes for you towards medicine in the Northwest.
Thanks. And the last question, you mentioned about the values and that getting work experience and virtual is really helpful towards that. Would having a part-time job also be useful in terms of getting into the NHS and fitting
Definitely,
into
Diane, yes. So the NHS is looking for individuals that obviously show a breadth of experience. So regardless of what your part-time job is, what you need to analyse, whether it's in a restaurant, whether it's in a fast food environment, whether it's delivering in a cafe, whether it's been in a hairdresser's, whatever it is, those are portable or transferable skills. You may well be working in a shop where you may be doing stock taking. These are all vital skills that you could show on an application form to a recruiter, and they would really welcome that information. So whatever you are doing in terms of a part-time job, don't just start the conversation with, well, I just work in a shop. That is not what we're looking for. We're looking for those what skills, so you turn up on time to that job. So that's punctuality. You attend, you customer care, you might problem solve, you might do certain things through that day. You might have conversations and communication with individuals that don't speak to anybody else all day. They are vital skills. So yes, a part-time job is fantastic to have on your resume.
Thank you so much, Leon. That was really interesting for myself. I certainly learned some new things today. That's all we've got time for with questions. So thank you everybody for joining us today, and we hope you found it useful. I know I certainly did. You can keep up to date with all things Meet Your Future at GMAX, and there's a link on the screen coming up. GMAX is your Greater Manchester Apprenticeship and Career Service platform, where you can find out lots more about careers, apprenticeships and opportunities open to you. Many of you may already be using this. If you're not, or you're not sure, please ask your teachers to find out a little bit more. You'll see a QR code for feedback on the screen, and we'd love you to feedback on this session if you're allowed to scan the QR code on your phone. If you're not, because we know not all schools allow phones, please don't worry, we'll be sending out feedback form for your teachers to complete next week, and there's also one for your teachers to complete as well. It's really, really important for us to get your feedback so that we know that these Meet Your Future sessions are helpful to you, and also it helps us to improve them in the future. Thank you again, Leon, and thank you again to everybody for joining us today, and we hope you have a fantastic morning in the snow if you've got snow like I have here. Thank you.